What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are, well, it's not even really today, it's like tonight, and we are predicting, or trying to predict, the NFL playoffs for this season. Of course, we finally have everything locked in. The magical Washington football team here, who were called the R words a few times tonight, our number 4 seed. Of course, leave it to Tom Brady to somehow get a bye week when he wasn't the first seed team. You gotta love it. Just absolutely amazing stuff. I feel like, I don't know if that would ever be a thing, but do you think they should ever have it where, like, the seeds get to choose who they want to play? Do you think that's would that be a bad or a good thing? Like, that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? No? Like, is that, I don't know how much that conflicts schedules, but, like, it shouldn't change much. Like, if you ask the teams literally right now, hey, who do you want to play? You know, Saints, do you want to play Washington football team first? Cool, I get it, because you're supposed to have a home game, but, like, this team shouldn't even be here anyways. Shouldn't even have a home game at all. But, yeah, I don't know. Regardless, which conference should we start with? We shouldn't be going by conference. We should be going by whatever, dude. But of course, as a Packers fan, I'm pretty happy today. We shot ourselves in the foot, and we still put up 35. Still did our thing. I really don't believe in any team, honestly. All these teams just mean, like, they just seem so 50-50 to me. But let's start with, I suppose, the easy one, which I think is going to be Tampa Bay. Washington really just has no chance. Their offense is not going to be able to put up many points on the Buccaneers in general, and even if they were to, they wouldn't be able to keep up with the Buccaneers offense. I know the Buccaneers have been kind of more of an on-paper team than an actual performance team. They ran the ball pretty well this year, though, and of course, Tom Brady, at times, he was looking like an absolute beast, sometimes not so much, but for the most part, he's throwing the ball pretty damn well, still making his great reads that he does, and, I mean, this is just a cakewalk. I mean, they literally are, I'm trying to think of these teams. They have the third bye week of the year. There's really no other team that has it that easy. I mean, even if you want to go with the Saints, the Bears aren't the greatest team in the world, but they have a way more potential to win than Washington by far. The Bears could upset the Saints. You really just don't know. But yeah, there's just Washington, not a chance. Let's just get over with that one. Now for the next one, the Rams and the Seahawks. The Rams have actually kind of surprised teams a little bit this year. They're running the ball, about as well as they have. Well, I wouldn't say about as well as they have since Todd Gurley, but they've run the ball pretty well since losing Todd Gurley. Of course, they've kind of mixed in the backs quite a bit. I still don't trust Jared Goff in the slightest, but they do have a very good defense that can control the game, but you also do need offense no matter what. The Rams and Seahawks. The Seahawks are surprisingly playing really good defense themselves. Russell Wilson, as of late, has just disappeared. It's really strange because last year that was kind of the way Rodgers and him went, but they both went the opposite direction. Like, I remember it was last year, Rodgers and Russell were so close. Who's the MVP early on? And then after a while, it's just like, oh, Rodgers isn't even in the conversation anymore. Same with Russell Wilson this year. But, of course, still a really good season nonetheless. I do like the firepower that Seattle has on offense a little bit more. I will say the Rams with Robert Woods and Kupp are solid, but are they going to have enough speed to beat Seattle? Both teams have a good defense. I believe in Seattle's offense just a little bit more. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be very close. This is the one that I could see that the Rams could win. This is, once again, sorry if, I said your team is going to lose when it's so obvious to you. You're like, how the hell did you not see the Rams winning this game, or the Dolphins, because I'll probably end up choosing the Titans. How do you not see the Dolphins winning? I apologize. Not every team can win, obviously, so somebody's going to get mad, regardless. So it is what it is. The Packers could lose first round, and, the first round they play anyways. And yes, I'd be mad, but, like, things happen. It happens. Of course, if you like these videos, you like me doing these prediction style things, more NFL actual focus rather than just Madden, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We did a ton of franchise stuff and, this stuff every once in a while. Let's move on to the other games. Game, I suppose, for the NFC side. The Saints and the Bears. The Saints, the thing is, I don't think their running backs are going to be back because you have to quarantine for what? At least 2 weeks, I believe. but they can still get it done with who they have, and obviously they'll have plans for that situation, assuming that the running backs are still out, like Kamara or Kamara. Of course, as far as the Bears go, they were putting up some points. They actually had like a really big streak of 30-plus points, I believe, but these are playoff teams now. The Saints are one of the most balanced teams in the league. I just don't see the Bears offense being able to score enough points. I will say, though, I think the Bears defense is going to actually do pretty well against New Orleans, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. I'm going to give it to the Saints. Real shocker there. Of course, I assumed it was right, and it wasn't. That's why I stopped myself. We are now with the right one. Of course, moving on. Let's skip the Steelers one now. Going on to the Ravens and Titans. We start with the man with 2,000 rushing yards on the season. Absolutely nuts. The man that's literally, by the time this gets uploaded, will be 28 years old. Congrats on the early retirement with Tennessee running you into the ground. Jesus, man. I don't know how he stays healthy. I really don't, which is absolutely nuts. That is, of course, going to be the story. The run games. I mean, that's really what both teams are mainly known for. I think they're both going to equally destroy each other's defensive lines, and it's really going to come down to who can make the last clutch play. I think it's going to be a very close game. I should probably put scores for these. I'd say Buccaneers 37, Washington 17, Seattle 33-27, Saints probably 38-24. 38-24 is fair. For the Ravens Titans, like I said, it's going to be ground game battle. Clock should be running pretty fast. I'd say 30-27. Titans win. It's going to be a close one. We'll give it to the Titans there. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to absolutely light up the scoreboard, but their defense has played pretty damn well this year, pretty much the whole way through. And even though I do like Cleveland's running game, I think Pittsburgh's front is definitely the most equipped to stop it. Honestly, thinking about all these teams left, I mean, I don't think there's a better team for defense in general, or specifically stopping the run other than Pittsburgh. I know Buffalo's pretty solid, and Washington's got a decent front, but I'm not going to talk about Washington too much because, let's be honest, it's just not going to happen. We got to reset. Yo, what is happening on the... Oh, yeah, what am I talking about? For some reason, I thought the Packers would be in there. Clearly not. He's reset. We'll fix that. But it's going to be a game of, can the Steelers get down the field with their passing game, obviously, and then can Cleveland obviously try to run the ball against Pittsburgh? This is going to have to be a game where Johnny Manziel puts up some numbers. Let's just say that. Johnny Manziel is going to have to put up some numbers because I think Pittsburgh's defensive front is going to get after the ball carrier very, very quickly. And I obviously think the Browns are very turnover prone. I just think, I don't know. I mean, congrats to them finally making the playoffs in, first forever, what it seems like. 17 season? I thought it was maybe like 9 or 10. Holy crap. What is with the AFC North and playoff droughts? Like, holy crap. But yes, of course, Cleveland ending their playoff drought. But let's be honest, it's not going to be ended for long because Pittsburgh's going to win the game. And now the Colts, I think that's a very, very interesting 7 seed you got there. The problem is they're going against the Bills, who have played really shocking football. I'm not going to lie. The Bills have been really known for their defense over the years, and Josh Allen just kind of came out of nowhere. Diggs, I mean, we knew he was going to do well. Like, we all pretty much thought, hey, maybe like 1,000 yards, maybe 10 touchdowns, but the man has went off. But the Vikings can't even be mad because they got Justin Jefferson, who also went off. So really no one lost that trade. If anything, you probably would say the Vikings won the trade because he's, Justin Jefferson's being paid less and he's younger. So it's such a 50-50 one there. But as far as talent goes, I really just don't like what Phillip Rivers is doing. I just don't think he's good enough to get the job done. Jonathan Taylor is fun to watch, but I don't think Phillip Rivers is playing well enough. I don't think the receiving options are good enough in Indianapolis. Their O-line's obviously sick. Their defense is, a pretty outstanding piece of their team, considering I still feel like they're a few pieces away as well. I just think the Bills are coached super well. I think their team is really solid. I think the Bills just win. I think their offense is finally giving something for the defense to play for, and obviously that's why they're so high up there at 13-3. What a damn season. Of course, now we have the number 1 seeds in there. Ooh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. So what would it take out of those matchups for us not to play the Buccaneers? Come on, Rams. Rams, you gotta win. Please, for the love of Jesus, the Rams gotta win. I'm going to be rooting so hard for those Rams. I don't want to play the Buccaneers. I don't care how inconsistent the Buccaneers have played. That is not the matchup I wanted. They had our number last game we played. I mean, I feel like the Packers are a little bit more in sync, but I mean, we got absolutely torched with David Bakhtiari. Wait, actually, no, maybe we didn't. I can't remember. David missed a couple of games. Oh, so he actually got hurt in that game. Okay, so fair enough. He got hurt in that game like halfway through, but it really didn't matter because it was a problem early on. It wasn't, because he was injured or anything like that. It didn't help. And obviously we will be more prepared this time, I would say, but man, that Buccaneers team has just too much speed, too much firepower on both sides of the ball. They really are a super team. They really, Tom Brady, Kevin Durant did the thing. Let's just be honest. Of course, he is the captain. It's a little different, I suppose. He makes up for the biggest need in football. So, I still think the Buccaneers would probably have been pretty close to the playoffs, but they probably wouldn't have been there without Brady. Brady's still playing pretty well. We've been over that. Their defense in Tampa has been lights out. It's been really good. The receivers, I feel like they haven't played as up to par, but they've still been, very solid, obviously. And overall, I don't know if I say the Packers win this game. Seeing the Packers versus the Buccaneers, that first game, I just don't know. I'm trying to think. It's in Green Bay. It's not going to affect Brady as much, but it could affect some of the players around him. I want to come back to that one. I honestly don't want to say the Packers win that game. I want to because obviously I'm a Packers fan, but man, Rodgers seems to be getting the ball off quicker. He seems to, have been getting better with pressure lately, but that's tough, man. You blitz the hell out of... I got to think Green Bay's going to have an answer. Based on how each team is playing, Green Bay gets the nod. Based on the way they played each other, Tampa gets the nod. I got to think the head coach for Green Bay, Matt LaFleur, is going to come out with a better game plan, more quick passing, more swing plays, which has, been the staple of the offense. I got to believe in Green Bay here. I'm going for it. But as Buccaneers fans, I could see why you'd be mad with me choosing Green Bay over you. I am also right there. It's a tough one. Saints versus Seattle. This is tough because Russell, once again, he just does things. He just does things, and you can't explain it sometimes. I just think the Saints are way too much of a powerhouse. Their team, top to bottom, is just better than Seattle. It just simply is. Seattle's played great. They've not, I wouldn't say great, but they played pretty decently, changing their entire team to be pretty much a pass-heavy team, and it was working for a long time. And then Russell, I don't know what happened. Things just got weird over there. At the end of the day, I just think, once again, there's just too much reliance on Russell. Their defense has played pretty damn well, obviously. But offensively, I need better linemen there. I need a running back to stay healthy and start the whole year and show that he's the number one. And then, maybe the Seattle Seahawks will be the number one team on everyone's list because usually they're the underdogs almost every single time. Going with the Chiefs or the Titans. The Titans have the potential to upset the Chiefs. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know, man. I really want to go with the Titans. It's similar. I think there's a very big chance that if everything lays out the way it's supposed to here, the number one seeds may both be upset in the same week. It very well could happen. I just don't think the Titans defense is going to be able to handle the Chiefs offense. There's just so much firepower. But once again, will the Chiefs defense be able to handle Derrick Henry? And once again, once Derrick Henry gets going, the Tannehill pass offense. Now you have Buffalo versus the Steelers. I think both teams match up pretty damn well. I think Buffalo, though, is the better squad. I know we got the number 1-2 here. But I think the Buffalo's... this is tough, though. Big Ben in the playoffs. Big Ben in the playoffs. Buffaloni Bills. I think the Bills are too hot. I think Quarterback play is going to matter. Even though he's young, Josh Allen is the better quarterback, and he can do more than Big Ben can do. Of course, all it takes is one of those Josh Allen games where he just doesn't show up like he has all season, and it could be anyone's game. But I just think you look at the teams, it's pretty clear cut on who the better teams are in each of these categories. And I think that's what I got to go with. I got to go with the better teams, and they've been, for the most part, consistent. I just don't like the Steelers' lack of consistency. The Chiefs sometimes have showed that they can be stopped on offense, but for the most part, they look invincible. The Saints, once again, they've looked a little iffy at times, but I think Seattle's looked more iffy at times. And then for this Packers one, I think the Buccaneers probably will win, but I'm going to go with the Packers because it's my team. And more importantly, I think the Packers do have the talent to get it done. It's just, will the game plan be there? Will the execution be there? Now, for the Saints and Packers versus the Chiefs and Bills, do I have the Bills going all the way? I just don't. I just see the Bills' pass defense has actually been pretty damn good, but you also have to look at the teams they played. I don't think they played against that many elite quarterbacks. I think Mahomes is just going to have himself a day, as he usually does against even, the greatest of defenses. And I will say the Bills probably will keep up. I think this will be a fun matchup. It really comes down to what kind of Mahomes are we going to see. Are we going to see the rare 3-interception Mahomes that gets flustered and, Buffalo takes advantage of that? If Mahomes throws even one singular pick, I have the Bills winning. But I just think for some reason the Chiefs are going to be absolutely perfect in that game on offense. Their defense is going to get just enough stops to win the game. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I didn't predict my last week's games. Let me see. Buffalo, probably a semi-low score. I'm trying to think what 31 would be, but 31 for Buffalo just feels right. And then the Steelers at 25. What the hell would it be if 25? 31 to 25 is an interesting one. The Chiefs, that one's going to be a 34 to 27. Packers over the Buccaneers, that's going to be a high-scoring game, I think. This is going to be a 41 to 38 game. And then the Saints over the Seahawks will be a 37 to 31, I believe. Then for this game, like I said, this is tough because I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but Buffalo's defense obviously has that potential. It's going to be a real fun one to watch, I think. What did we say? 34 to 27 would be my prediction. I think we'll do 34 to 27 for that one. And then Green Bay over the Saints. I think if Green Bay has to play the Saints again at home, I don't think it's going to be that close. I really don't. I say Green Bay puts up, honestly, 41 points to the Saints 24. 41 to 24, I think, for that one. And then in the Super Bowl, man, the Packers defense at times can be really solid. And when you don't have that lethal of a run game, even though that does get set up with the pass game that the Chiefs clearly have, I think the Chiefs don't match up as well as you would think against the Packers. I think the Packers can get after Mahomes with that offensive line in Kansas. The problem is, though, the Packers don't have that speed to cover those receivers, so it would come down to the front that's played kind of rough at times. Jair on Tyreek, that is a matchup I don't think Jair wants to see, if we're going to be 100% honest. I think the Packers can go all the way. I think this is your two favorite teams here. I never say the Packers are going to go all the way. This is the year I'm believing. I'm buying into the team. I know David Bakhtiari's hurt. The Packers have one of the deepest offensive lineman rooms. I'm going to go Packers over the Chiefs. I think the Packers just have a better defense than the Chiefs. I will say, though, an elite safety like Tyrann Mathieu can control the game against a guy like Rodgers. I just think, we do rely on the setup plays deep to get those underneath plays. So, I don't know. Tyrann Mathieu could have himself a Super Bowl MVP on his hands. But if not, I think the Packers match up a little bit better on the Chiefs than the Chiefs do with the Packers. It's going to be tough, though. I just think, the Chiefs have almost no chance to stop the Packers, while the Packers have somewhat of a chance against the Chiefs. Who covers Kelsey? I don't know. You got to put a safety on him. Who covers the receivers? hopefully Jair. It's hopefully Jair travels against Tyreek. That's really all you can say. And like I said, I mean, how many times have I done one of these? And I think this is the first time I've ever had the Packers winning it all. And I think it's fair. Let me know who you guys think I messed up with. Like I said, I think this is the one that's going to get me. Packers versus Buccaneers. I just think they caught us off guard. I think we were a little too high and mighty, and we just thought we were unbeatable. And, going against Tampa, Tampa's got their struggles, even though into that game I knew there was going to be issues, and I had a lot of worries. And, as we know, we were right there. I don't know, dude. I just think the Packers should be more ready. But Tampa has the potential to blow us open yet again. That's why hopefully the Rams win against the Buccaneers. This is our bracket. This is what we think is going to happen, assuming we chose the right matchups again, which I believe we did. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Once again, sorry if I didn't choose your favorite team to win it all. There's a lot of really good teams this year, and like I said, this is probably the most open playoff bracket I've ever seen in watching the football league. I don't know why. It just seems like there's no clear-cut favorite. A lot of people have been saying the Packers are so easily the favorites, and I'm like, how? I just don't believe in any team. I believe in the Chiefs the most against, pretty much everyone, but overall, I think it really could be anyone, other than maybe Washington. Washington just doesn't have the offense for it, but outside of Washington, I believe any team in the playoffs could win it all. They could. I wouldn't put a high amount of money on the Colts. I wouldn't put that much on the Rams. I don't think the Browns are, experienced enough. The Bears even could make it. They really could. I mean, they showed flashes. Unlikely, but yeah, this is going to be a fun playoffs. I think it's going to be one of the best playoffs we've seen in recent years in the NFL. I really do. And I hope I'm right, obviously, as a Packers fan. Regardless, hopefully this video wasn't too long. Thanks for watching. We should have another video, maybe 2 later today. Depends on how up I'm feeling for it. And maybe a stream tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know I said for sure, but I did mess up my sleeping schedule real bad. So hopefully we can do that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for the next video. But until next video,